boy, this is really pretty. This is really nice. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the channel. In this ride, we went to Hackett Park in Easton, Pennsylvania, just across the river from Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Hackett Park is a series of baseball fields. There's a disc golf course. And before going over to the D&L Trail, we thought we would just do a little mileage over here in the morning hours. We parked here over on Groover Ave, just under the trees here, off the roadway, and picked up the Palmer-Bikeway trail, which is very pretty. Several bridges. You do cross some streets from time to time, but it's very picturesque. You ride fairly close to the Bushkill Creek, so it was a nice relaxing ride, shaded. The creek added to the scenery. We followed that several miles up to where it terminates at Main Street. And we turned the bikes around, headed back to the car, and that's where we made plans to head over, not too far, to the D&L Trail. So the D&L Trail is 141 miles in length. It goes all the way from Mountaintop, Pennsylvania, down to Bristol in the greater Philadelphia area. There's enough here for multiple trips and multiple episodes. For today, we're just going to stick to the canal area down here in the Easton, Bethlehem area. We went to the Route 33 access point, small boat launch. Here's the parking lot along the Lehigh River. It was kind of strange. The GPS directed us to Hope Road. Now Hope Road goes north here, and this is an intersection with traffic lights. This is unmarked, and I drove right past it, didn't even notice. And as we traveled down Hope Road, it just continually got more and more narrowed until we got down to this point here. I can show you the street view. And it branches off onto a gravel road. There's an old house here, a little bridge, tunnel, sort of stone structure from long ago. That's a dead end. We didn't go down that far. We went down the gravel path, and that led us down to the boat launch area. And we parked our cars, and you'll see that you have the Palmer-Bethlehem Township Bikeway comes into the area and then joins with the D&L Trail, the Lehigh Canal area. And so off we went. So the path was paved and just as pretty and serene as others we've been on. And we headed east, not realizing that this body of land, this nature sanctuary, was actually an amusement park built in 1894. Now, we didn't stop until we came to what was known as the Lehigh River Waterfall, which actually was a man-made chain dam to assist with the canal back in the day. So we stopped here. I flew over it to get some additional views, but it wasn't until later that I realized that this area here was an amusement park. It survived from 1894 until 1990. Ice flows coming down the river kept knocking out the trolley service. Yes, there was a trolley service to this island. And so they realized this wasn't the greatest place for an amusement park. and eventually by 1919 it was closed. But really, what a amazing discovery. Had I known at the time, I would have stopped for additional photographs, especially some additional flyovers with the drone. So from the waterfalls, we rolled on ahead and we headed down to Hill Road. Small bridge crosses the Lehigh River, and when we got to the other side, we learned we had a choice. We could continue on the D&L Trail, which was going to be beyond our endurance levels at this time, or we could turn into the Hugh Moore Park Road and see what that's all about. And as it turned out, it takes you to the National Canal Museum, a place we're going to have to go back and visit, but it just wasn't on the schedule for the day. So we moved a little further ahead and ended up getting the worst directions of the day from another couple coming in the opposite direction. I don't know if they misunderstood me or what happened, but I asked them that if we forged ahead, would it eventually reconnect to the D&L Trail and take us back to where we came? And they said yes. Well, it doesn't. So there's a good side and a bad side. The bad side is it comes to a dead end. The good side is this took us down to a canal walk, which is in incredible condition for its age. And it's an unsupervised area. You can walk up and examine the whole lock, which I did here. And there's also the Canal Walk house where the person who ran the lock would live. What really had me intrigued, if I can find it, is downstream here there was a structure in the water, and it looked to me to be a bridge support. And there's a wire even going across the water. Well, that turned out to be an old footbridge that they would walk the mules from one side to the next. They could walk from the mainland to the island and back. And this is one of the last known structures of the whole island park. And the setup it once had had. Unfortunately, I couldn't get down there because the path ended. As you can see here, it got extremely narrow until it took us to the railroad tracks. That wasn't expected, so we got on Island Park Road and we made our way back where we could cross the railroad tracks, go back over the Canal Walk, and at that point we just backtracked until we got back to where our car was parked. And that was our ride for the day. A lot of history is packed in here. We need to go back and look deeper into that. And if you have a couple of moments, stay tuned for our next segment where we talk about another one of our homemade wines. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys down the road. Hey, welcome back to another segment of the drink of the episode. This week, we're going to stick with our own hobbyist winery that we started a couple of years ago, the Biker and Hat Winery. This is something I fermented back in March along with the Carmenere I spoke about last week. This is a Pinot Noir, again imported from South America. Comes up on refrigerated trucks in nice cold buckets, and we warm them up to room temperature before pitching the yeast. This is I call it a black bear Pinot Noir in honor of the black bear that wander through our backyard occasionally. This summer we have a mom and her 4 cubs, so we're kind of keeping our distance, but they're fun to watch. Plum, black, and blueberry make up the flavor profile of this. I like it with a beef dinner. And let's just give ourselves a little taste. It's never a disappointment. Hey, making homemade wine is fun, and it's not that hard. If you think you're interested, stick around this channel, because in 2 weeks, I'm bringing home a bucket of Pinot Grigio and a Chianti. They're coming in from California, and I'm going to have a series on what it's like to go through the steps from the bucket of juice you bring home all the way until it's bottled and labeled. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe if you're enjoying this content, and we will see you down the road. Take care.